Hello everyone and welcome to what I want to say a quick review of Wrestlemania, and we will see as the time goes on based on this video whether or not I do night 1 and night 2. I was supposed to do a separate video for night 1 the day after night 1 and then a separate video for night 2 the day after night 2. For those that don't know, this is the day after night 2 and I haven't done a night 1 video because on Sunday there was a lot of stuff that happened, and then the timing just wasn't, and also I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna do a video. I was just gonna do a reaction to what happened immediately after this pay-per-view, but I was too tired. Sorry, premium live event, but I was too tired, and then the same thing happened again after night 2. So I'm recording this after I've gone to bed, woken up, and that whole refresh. So yeah, I'm not gonna go in. I am gonna go in order, but I'm gonna talk about the main event first, just to get it out of the way, and then I might touch on it again a bit later on. But yeah, so the main event was what I expected it to be. The main event was Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens facing the Usos. This is a spoiler video. It's a reaction, so come on. If you don't know there's gonna be spoilers, then again, what are you doing here? But yeah, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens won. It was a brilliant match. It was a very emotional match, as you'd expect. Honestly, and for both of these videos, or one video depending on how long it is, I haven't made any notes. So there's going to be bits I've forgotten. There's also going to be bits that are integral to the storyline that it may be out of my mind. So I apologize for anything that I have forgotten. But this was a great emotional storyline. Great emotional match. Some of the moves that they were pulling off. I forget the move that Kevin Owens did off the top turnbuckle, which then Sami Zayn got the hot tag off of, and then Helluva kicked Jey Uso 3 times. I mean, Jey Uso Helluva kicked him once as well, and they did the spot where Jey Uso or the next person falls onto him, that he holds him. Jey Uso did that spot, the same spot that Sami Zayn did to Kevin Owens, both at the Royal Rumble, when at War Games, Survivor Series, and whenever they had their other match, I think at Wrestlemania again. So that was a nice callback when Jey did it to Sami, but it allowed Sami to hit him with the exploder suplex into the turnbuckle, and then Sami later on. Obviously, like I said, you got the hot tag from Kevin Owens. Did 3 Helluva kicks to Jey, and I think Jey fell on him the same way each time. It was beautiful storytelling, and it was such a great match. It was the main event. It should have been the main event. I've got my YouTube video up, so go check it out. I think it's my most recent YouTube video before this one, which is why that match should have main evented. And yeah, they didn't disappoint, in my opinion. The Usos losing the belts, for me, added a massive dynamic into the Roman Reigns match, because I think I predicted that Roman would win, but obviously if you check my YouTube videos, the video I'd put out before the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens why they should main event, was why Roman is winning. So even though the prediction was Cody, I did kind of think to myself, this is going to be a Roman victory, and I tried to explain why in the video. So I didn't explain all the dynamics and stuff, but there's going to be dynamics involved, so it's going to be really interesting. Yeah, really good match, and a really feel good moment to end the show. I feel like there was a reason for that as well, which I'll get into when we talk about the Roman Reigns match. But all in all, it was a great match. We'll look at some other matches real quick. Okay, so the first match was Austin Theory versus John Cena. It was the expected first match. We already knew this. And it was a good match. It was a good television match. And I think, and we had someone in the chat yesterday when we was discussing this, right? I think that they really messed up this whole thing, because the build should have been better. The build wasn't great. Cena wasn't around enough to help with the build, and then when Cena was around, he basically buried Theory which in theory is fine if you have a plan to help build him up and help him still look strong and look credible. And not only did the promo work and the promos following that not do that, but the match itself didn't do that. Like, they didn't even really give Austin Theory much to work with in the match. So he didn't look like a winner. He didn't look like he proved the doubters wrong. He looked like a chump who had to cheat to win. Like, if he beat Cena clean, maybe kicked out of the AA, like, was the only thing he really did was what? Got out of the STFU. And on top of that, didn't he tap? Wasn't there a visual tap where the referee didn't see it? I'm just like, didn't make him look strong at all, and it was a shame, really, because it's almost like once again you're forcing this guy down people's throats. So I understand why people were miffed at this, but it is what it is. Theory won. It was a match. Okay, guys, like I said, I don't have notes, so I may get the orders of the matches wrong, but I do know that these were the first two matches. So this was the second match. You had the Alpha Academy versus Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders versus Braun Strowman and Ricochet. The only reason why I'm saying it like I'm confused is because everybody else has tag team names, because everybody else has tag teams, and then those two just have names, their names. But anyway, the match was great. It was a great match. It was called, wasn't it called a tag team showcase match or something like that? The match showcased them. Simple. And it was a great match. I'm not gonna sit here and say it wasn't. It was fun. It was a bunch of fun, a whole bunch of high spots. It only went for about 8 minutes, which I think was the whole purpose of it. It's just a nice, short, fun match that was supposed to just be quick, and it was good. It was good. The only thing I'm going to say about it, and I said this about the women's match too, is I think the winner of it should get a title match, which the Street Profits winning does make it feel fun. They won, by the way. Does make it feel fun, and also as well, it kind of adds a new dynamic, because obviously they're now going to face Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn if they're title challengers. But this is my point. There was nothing explicitly to say that they are going to be title challengers. The match itself wasn't designed and wasn't explicitly stated that it was for a title shot. You would expect that that's what's going to happen, but it wasn't stated. So I don't know. But hopefully the Street Profits will be facing KO and Sami Zayn for the belts. We will see. But as a match, massive thumbs up. Okay, so I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Here's where my memory is a bit foggy in regards to the order of the card. The only matches I know is the main event, which I've told you about, and I know that Rhea versus Charlotte was the next scheduled match. The scheduled match before the main event, but Miz had an impromptu match, and I can't remember if that was between the main event and the Rhea match or if it was before the Rhea match. But we're just going to go with the flow here. So Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul was another really good match. Another outstanding performance. I was about to say, can you imagine? Performance by Logan Paul. What I'm going to say about this, right? There's a lot of people that I've spoken to recently who kind of feel that wrestling is in the toilet. And I get it. And I've been kind of called out because I still kind of am involved in it. It's whatever in it. Like, I'm not gonna get into all the ifs and buts about wrestling and certain people that don't like it, but they'll watch dramas and action movies and action films and whatever. I'm not gonna get into all that. But there's a lot of people, those same people and other people, that don't like Logan Paul. Alright? Don't like the fact that he's now involved in wrestling. Don't like the fact that he is here. And don't like the fact that wrestling has embraced him, because it feels like they're just embracing what celebrities or YouTube culture. Having said that, Logan Paul is not crap. He is by far one of the best amateurs or celebrities that has come into WWE or come into wrestling and done a wrestle. So I personally have nothing but praise for Logan Paul's wrestling ability. Yeah, a bit less to be had about his boxing ability. I feel like Mayweather should have probably knocked him out, and I feel like that was probably just for show. But this wrestling is showmanship, so it fits Logan Paul, and he's been great at it. I can't deny it. He's been great at it. But if you hate him, you can't always look past the talent. You can't always look past the hatred and see the talent. And if they do bad things as well, sometimes you can't always look past the bad things and see the talent. So, it was a good match, man. It was really good. Obviously, some shining spots would be the fact that KSI was in that bottle thing, that bottle suit that he was wearing, the prime drink that him and KSI are in business with. It's their business, and whatever in it. It's whatever. I'm not gonna talk bad about KSI because I don't know him. I don't watch his videos. I don't really watch him, and also as well, I know people that know him. So I'm not gonna sit here and badmouth him, and I wasn't gonna badmouth him anyway. But I just it's not. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, is my point. Yeah, I'm just a little YouTuber. I'm sure he don't care about me. I don't care. Is my point. But he took a bump. What happened was he was doing the filming. You know how Logan Paul does his frog splash and he's filming it. He wasn't paying attention. So what happened was, but obviously in storyline, he wasn't paying attention. So he was filming. And when he was doing his recording, he did it as he was about to do the frog splash. Seth was on the table and he pulls KSI onto the table quite early so that Logan can frog splash him. But because Logan's not looking, he ends up frog splashing KSI without checking first. So he ended up doing the frog splash and ended up landing on KSI. It was good. It was a very good spot. KSI was basically dead after that. He didn't get up, none of that stuff. And yeah, talking all about all this stuff. I didn't even mention that Seth was the one that won the match, but it was a very good match. Seth won. I don't think it was the right call, and it's the first one out of these matches so far where I can say that I don't agree with the call. I don't disagree with the call, but I don't fully agree with the. I wouldn't say I disagree with. Wouldn't say that I don't agree with the call actually, but it wasn't a call I expected. I actually thought Logan was gonna win. I thought that Seth could have survived without the win, but yeah, it was a good match. It was a very good match. I figured that they would have a good match, but I wasn't too sure whether or not. I thought they might steal the show, but I personally don't think that they did. I think there was better matches on the card, but yeah, it was a good match, and this went on for way too long. This little review match. So let's go to the next one real quick. Alright guys, so I don't know if this was the next match, so don't quote me. I just know that it was a match that happened on the card. So Rey Mysterio versus Dominic Mysterio. All of these matches were sponsor heavy. Why WWE? Why do you do this? Nobody cares about sponsorships. We know that you're sponsored by stuff. You don't have to keep on advertising it all the time. Nobody cares. Fans don't care. Anyway, it was another good match. The only dud on this card was the Austin Theory Cena match, and there was another dud on here, but I'll get into that. But in regards to the not sponsored matches, what's the words? All the matches that was advertised, the only dud was the first match. But this match was good. It was drama, as you expected. There was a couple of things that was pulled out. You know, Dom did a 619, and I thought he was going to win. He didn't off that. But he didn't win the match at all. Ray won. And I mean, yeah, it's nice. It's a feel-good moment. But I thought that Dom should have won. I thought that Dom was going to win. I thought that Dom it would have helped him more to have the win than Ray. But I also, what I said before in my last prediction was, I don't see Ray allowing himself to be beat to win against his son. I suspect that he will allow Dominic to get a win against him at WrestleMania. because he may never get this chance again. So I thought he was going to let his son win. But I didn't look at it from the other perspective, that maybe Dom would not allow himself to beat his dad at WrestleMania. So, yeah, I don't know. But like I said, it was a good match. Nice, dramatized. And I think that this will lead eventually to another match. Maybe at SummerSlam, where he may retire then. And then it's like, that might be hair versus mask. Or, I don't know, career versus career. I don't know. Career versus retirement. I don't know how they're going to do it. But I do think they're going to have another match at some point. But Ray won this one. It was what it was. But it was a fun little match. Yeah, we'll look at a couple of others. Okay, so I'm looking at the Damage Control versus Becky, Lita, and Trish match next. But I'm pretty sure this match happened before the Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio match. You know what's funny? I could have just edited this, so I could have made this match go on before in the edit. But I've already spoken about it now, so whatever. Anyway, the match was good. The match was what it was. Lita still doesn't look as crisp in the ring as she looked when she was younger. And to be fair, even when she was younger, there were times when she didn't look as crisp. Trish, on the other hand, looked pretty good. And I feel like eventually Trish versus Lita, or Trish versus maybe Bayley, would be fun. Because I heard that Trish might be turning heel. We will see. I don't want to spend too much time on this, because all the reviews I've done, I've been spending too much time on this. So, bottom line, the Legend and Becky won. I don't think they should have. I think that Damage Control should have won, because Damage Control, I think, need a win. They have not really looked credible since they've been on the roster. The only thing I'll say is, if this leads to Damage Control breaking up, which is a theory that I've heard being thrown about, then I'm not going to be too mad at it. If it means that Dakota Kai and Io Sky decide that they want to leave Bayley, go do their own thing, or Bayley decides, you know what, you guys are worthless, and she goes off and becomes a single star again, I won't be mad at it. But I just feel that Damage Control could have used a win more. Similar thing with Dominic, but it is what it is. Let's go on to the last match. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, there's one more match. Yeah, this match, Charlotte versus Rhea, was a good match. It was a really good match, actually. But it started cold, because whatever preceded it, I cannot remember what it was, made the crowd go a little bit dead. But then also as well, it was a different dynamic, because you had Charlotte, who was essentially a heel, but she's been portrayed as the babyface, and then you had Rhea, who definitely over the weeks leading to this match had been portrayed as a babyface, fighting Charlotte, but obviously she's actually portrayed as the heel. So it was a weird dynamic, and as a result of that, in the match, Charlotte got booed, obviously. Rhea got cheered, obviously. But by the end of the match, they had the crowd on side. They were really putting in a shift, and definitely was a great match, and could have been match of the night on top of the Fatal 4-Way tag or the main event. It was good. And what I will say is, as good as this match was, it shouldn't have main evented. I think the main event was correct. It definitely should have been Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and I feel that was the right and correct option. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Rhea Ripley won. So I'm chatting here. I'm here chatting about all this stuff. Rhea Ripley won the belt, and she should have. That was the right result. Okay, that's it for night 1. Night 2 is literally going to be coming up in a moment as well. So you're going to have 2 videos uploaded within, I don't know, maybe half an hour to an hour of each other. So just keep an eye out for both of those videos. Make sure you like and subscribe. I absolutely 100% refuse to talk about the Miz match. Obviously, Miz had a impromptu match, and I am not talking about that because I do not want to. I don't think it was needed. Nice that Pat McAfee came back, but I am not talking about his match with The Miz. I am sorry, I'm not doing it. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn winning the tag team belts was great. It should have been the main event, and I'm glad that it was. I'm happy for Sami and the Usos because this, especially Sami and Jay, because this storyline deserved to be main event, and they deserve to be in the main event because those two have been putting on a shift throughout the bloodline and throughout the storyline. So kudos to them. We will be doing night 2, so make sure you like and subscribe, leave a comment, let me know how you thought about night 1, and yeah, I'll catch you guys in a bit.